What's up, everybody? Welcome to Fight Rant Live. Just here to do a quick little recap of this weekend's events. Francisco, kick us off with a little boxing so we can get to that Silva Bisping.
All right, I'll try. I'll try to kick it off. First of all, I guess I'll start with the less entertaining fight, which was Scott Quigg versus Frampton. Frampton won the fight by decision. Nothing very impressive. Scott Quigg actually didn't feel like fighting that night and was a no-show. So it was obvious,
very boring.
Very boring fight. There was a lot of there were a lot of fights going on that night. So it was forgiven but not forgiven because there was something else to watch. Tyson Fury mentioned that Scott Quigg versus Frampton was a bullshit fight and that called them pussies, which is, in my opinion, it's hard for someone like Tyson Fury with the performance that he gave us when he fought Klitschko and the performance that Klitschko gave us that same night. I'm not putting all the blame on Fury alone, but it's hard for
Fury can't talk anything.
Yeah,
I don't really think Fury should be talking about
Fury's whole career has been lackluster.
Bullshit fight.
Fury's whole career has been lackluster. I mean, there's nothing exciting about his style. He doesn't really lay people out. He's not really dominant. His fight versus Klitschko was a twitch fest. That's the fuck I'll call it. I mean, what else was it? All I saw was just twitch. Nobody hurt anybody.
Yeah,
it blows my mind for him to say something like that.
And he's one of those people that can't really speak about any other fighter, especially when at least these fighters have their own personalities and they act upon what they believe and how they feel they should handle about or how they should speak, not come up with someone else's quotes or try to be somebody else. McGregor.
And you know what's funny is that he says McGregor stole his whole style, but McGregor is completely organic. You can tell it just flow. He's kind of a once in a lifetime kind of guy, just like Ali. It just flows out of them, bro. They're just good at it. When you see Tyson Fury doing anything like that, he looks like a lunatic. He looks like an idiot, just like Klitschko said. He looks like he has mental problems. You saw that press conference when he came in dressed like as Batman or something. Yeah. Bro, that it's not funny. The way he just blabbers on, it's forced. It's just not even. It doesn't even seem organic or anything. I mean,
it's boring, like his performances in the ring.
Exactly, it is. It is.
Yeah, and it was the worst Batman uniform I've seen in a long time. And moving on from that, we had Leo Santa Cruz who fought Kiko Martinez. That was an absolute war. Kiko Martinez was not trying to dodge or move around in this fight. He just wanted to go in and just battle. And Leo Santa Cruz was willing to take it, and they had an all-out brawl and an all-out war up until the fourth round, where Santa Cruz took the TKO, taking Kiko Martinez down. He knocked him down twice in the first round, but Kiko, being the tough guy that he is, made it through a few more rounds before Leo took care of the rest. Great fight. It was a great fight. There was nothing else I could ask from it. It was a great performance. Leo looked very composed, even though he was being attacked constantly by Kiko. And it was a really good fight. I don't know what you guys think. You guys can comment on that, and also you guys can comment also on Tyson Fury, and your thoughts on it would be appreciated. Apart from that, we had Terrance Crawford, who fought Hank Lundy. Awesome performance, like always.
Yeah, Crawford was awesome, man.
Crawford is the real deal. One of the very few right now for me in the boxing world that's legit.
yeah, if you guys get a chance to, if you didn't watch it, go ahead and give it a look. If not, you can take a look at the pictures up on Fight Rant Instagram or Twitter, and you can see the annihilation of Hank Lundy. I mean, it was brutal. It was brutal. It was entertaining. It shows what Crawford is made of, and that's not one guy to play around with.
Yeah, he comes in, he gets a job done. That's what I like about him. He's technical. He's an exciting fighter.
He's technical, but he's brutal. You know, and I appreciate that. There's not a lot of guys left like that. Most guys are either technical or brutal, and that's it. He's got both. You know,
he's a perfect combination of both. Yeah.
Yeah, and he can take a few punches, and he's not afraid to go in there, especially on those wild punches that Hank Lundy was throwing. You know, those wild punches are very dangerous. Out of nowhere, it could just put your lights out. Yeah. And he wasn't afraid to get in there and stick his head in and try to get
Lundy gave it all he had. He was trying. Yeah. I mean, he was swinging. You know, he went for it, but
he went for it. That's about it.
Didn't work out in his favor. But yeah, that was our part of boxing this weekend. It was overall, it was very good. I know Verdejo was fighting yesterday, Puerto Rican fighter, up and coming Puerto Rican fighter. It was a very dull fight. He won all rounds. Carlos Verdejo, very good fighter, but yesterday, I guess he had the wrong opponent because it didn't really translate and show what his skills are. He wants to be known as the next Felix Trinidad, or he wants to be like Felix Trinidad. Looks up to him a lot, and he does look and act a lot like him, even with the way that he fights. So that's one person to look out for. Yesterday was not hard, man. Yeah, yesterday was not the best time to take a look at him and compare him. But the last few fights I've seen of him were very, very good. He's just very young. He's got a lot of time to go before he can get there.
Yeah. All right, so let's touch on some UFC Fight Night 84, and we could. I mean, I guess I'll mention Timur versus Svensson just because that goes back to those two guys were both on Tough. So I mean, Timur won very impressively with a TKO second round. Which I kind of expected. He was the favorite, and he looked good. I mean, Svensson's a big dude, a lot bigger than Timur, and just in stature. And Timur handled that no problem. So I just wanted to mention that just because they were both on Tough this last season, and they were both part of Team McGregor, and it was interesting to see them actually fight. So it was an okay fight. Timur just pretty much dominated them, but it was all right. Other than that, I mean, we don't got to go through everything from there. A lot of it was as expected. Let's touch on the Brad Pickett Francisco Rivera fight though, because Brad Pickett did get the decision, and a lot of people kind of disagreed with that decision. I mean, I thought it was. I honestly thought Rivera won the fight, but I thought it was pretty close.
It could have gone either way.
Yeah. So I can't see how anyone's mad either way. Like when Pickett got the decision, I went, I didn't really think he won. I thought he should have lost by a point, but I could see how it went the other way, and I'm not mad about it. So I don't know what the big hoopla was online about people saying, oh, Pickett didn't win that fight. He didn't win the fight. It was fine. I mean, I could see how a judge saw it that way. No big deal.
I did have it going for Rivera too, but yeah, that decision, it was fine. It was nothing to get all upset about. It was just.
Other than that, I mean, the Breeze Nakamura fight, Breeze looked real good too. I mean, he looks like the real deal. He definitely dominated Nakamura. I like the guy. I want to see him fight. Fight some more. So everybody look out for Tom Breeze. He looks pretty good. Looks legit. We'll see.
His defense was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see that. I want to see him fight some more for sure. He looks like he could give us some entertaining fights. Gegard Mousasi versus Leotis, and
Yep.
Mousasi won, pretty damn dominating the whole fight.
It was a letdown though. I mean,
Look, it wasn't like his most exciting fight, but he did win. You know.
Yeah, but he said he was because Gegard Mousasi, you never really know who you're gonna get. He's a great fighter though. He's a great fighter, man. He has great kickboxing and everything, but you never really know who you're gonna get. If you're gonna get the exciting, dominating Mousasi, or if you're gonna get the very technical, kind of boring Mousasi. What got to me was that he said he fought this way because the last fight with Uriah Hall, second round he got caught with that spinning back kick and then flying knee and just took him out.
Traumatized.
He said that he was fighting this way because he tried to make it seem as if he was going for broke in that fight. He was fighting the same way technically against Uriah Hall, taking him down and being very technical. No, you just got caught. There's no reason for you to come out in this fight and fight, I guess, real technical and kind of boring, I guess, for the fans and whatnot. I felt like Mousasi could have taken him out in this fight here. And he just held back and just being very, very technical and whatnot. I mean, I don't agree with what he said with that last fight that supposedly, I guess from his own words, that he was, I guess, going for broke or just fighting real aggressive. I didn't believe that. I believe he should have finished this fight more impressively. But he won.
He did win.
It is what it is.
Yep. So let's talk about Silva Bisping a little bit. I'll start it off there and just tell everybody my thoughts here. I felt like that fight was a good fight. It was interesting. There was a lot of both guys kind of feeling each other's range out in the first round. It was a pretty good technical stand-up fight. For a stand-up fight, they did a lot of measuring, a lot of it was good. I felt like the first round kind of could have went either way on judges' scorecards because nobody really landed anything crazy. It wasn't the most entertaining out of the rounds for sure, but
I agree. I agree with you on the first round. I agree with you.
Bisping took the first round just off of controlling the center and being more active, and he was more active for the majority of the fight when you look at the final numbers. Second round definitely was Bisping's round. He dropped Silva in second, and Silva wasn't that hurt. He clearly recovered quickly, but it was a nice little combo he caught him with, and he was he definitely won the second round. The third round was kind of interesting for most of the round, where it was kind of back and forth and kind of could have went either way, but forget about the whole mouthpiece thing. Silva landed the knee. When he landed it, it was clean. The rule is protect yourself at all times, and I don't know why Bisping was looking for the referee at all. And he cold cocked right at the end of the round.
In the round.
Are they supposed to stop the fight so you can grab your mouthpiece in UFC?
Yeah, I mean, but when there's a lull in the action, the referee can step between you and put your mouthpiece back in. But if there's action going on, the action's still going on. So
that's in all combat sports, though. It's,
I get that.
There wasn't a lull in the action. He was just trying to get the referee to come in there, and that was his fault. He should never be looking off to the side at the ref.
He was seeing Anderson Silva closing in, and he kept looking at the referee like trying to, I guess, stall the action there because there was about 15 seconds left or so at that time. I guess he's trying to stall it, but
I gave Silva that third round, with that knee. I said that's a nice clean knee, and if he had landed that knee with 30 seconds or 45 seconds left, that fight would have been over. Silva would have finished him, no question.
Yeah, but this is where we agreed to disagree. To me, once he landed that and he slumped down and he dropped. And he's pretty much just standing there, puts his hand up, kind of like, that dude was out. He was out. I'm surprised that the Herb Dean look at him after a while and be like,
the bell literally rang though. Like
it was like
the bell rang.
I know,
5 seconds afterwards.
But there's been no, it wasn't. He landed the knee, then the bell bell.
It was like 4 or 5 seconds after he hit the ground, the bell rang.
Like about a second later. But the point is that there's been a lot of fights where in the UFC where somebody gets dropped, boom, and bam, the bell rings, whatever, and everybody's going back to the corner, and the referee will look at the guy, whoa, this guy, and just waves it off.
Yeah. But Bisping was communicating to the ref right away. Yeah. He said,
that knee landed, it hit him, dropped on his knees, slumped, and then went like this. And then he's like talking back to him, completely out of it. Even when they're telling, he's telling, no, fights, come on, fights not stop. Keep. Bisping couldn't even get up, and when he got up, he was out. When he got up, he was out on his feet. You can rewatch it.
He did take a little while to get up, a little longer than usual. But
he was out on his feet.
No, but I think he took extra time because he thought the fight was over.
Yeah, he thought the fight was over, so it was like
he's doing all the celebrating and all that stuff, giving him more time.
That was Silva's
fault. So he gave him extra minutes.
That's Silva's fault.
I know. And when the fourth round came, and they're starting, Bisping was still out on his feet.
Yeah, but when the fourth round started, Silva didn't do anything. He kept circling around him, and he wasn't hitting him.
That I agree with you. I don't understand why Silva, because he was out on his feet even the fourth round when it started.
He let him recover.
Yeah, and I have no idea why Silva did not just bum rush him and just take him out. I have no idea why he didn't, but.
I thought because of the way the fourth round went, Silva looked very hesitant. He wasn't really, going at him that much.
It was like an adrenaline dump.
I just don't think that Silva was all there like the Silva that you guys know. I mean, I watched the fight. Bisping is handling his business, getting his points in.
He kept the pressure on the whole fight.
Silva seemed to me like the type that was looking for, okay, this is my comeback, this is my return. I need to get an impressive knockout here so I can make some noise and then I can, get back to the crown where I belong. That's what it seemed like to me. So when the first round came along, Silva was doing all his feints, all his Silva stuff where he gets against the wall, trying to draw the opponent in, and his Bisping's corner, which is a very good corner. I was listening to them the whole time, and they were telling him, don't fall for his crap.
He wouldn't play his game,
and he didn't fall into it. Silva spent a lot of time feinting and getting against the wall and moving around more than what he did on points. So towards the first round, Bisping gets it. Second round, Bisping gets it. Third round comes in, Bisping's still doing pretty good. Silva's starting to attack a little bit more. The mouthpiece incident happens. Bisping is not paying attention. Comes in, gets hit in the face with the knee, drops. Bell rings. They didn't stop the fight. Silva, instead of charging at him to finish him off so the ref can jump in and just stop it, decided to go and celebrate because that was the only thing that was on his mind. I need to get a special performance knockout so I can get back at the throne.
I felt like Silva was looking for that one shot a lot.
Yeah,
he kept looking for it.
Which to me I didn't get because Silva, he's a legend. He doesn't need a grand reopening or whatever you might want to call it.
But when he dropped him with that knee, you saw Silva was kind of like he was gonna go for the kill, but as soon as he dropped it, bang. The bell rung right after.
So then but still that would leave Bisping as either saved by the bell or saved by Silva not responding to continuing to attack because the ref was way over there when it happened. So he runs over. The guys were already coming in with the chairs. I think
Silva even confused the ref a little bit with the way he immediately was running around all over the place. It was crazy.
The guys were coming in with the chairs already.
But at the same
then when the fourth round came in, he didn't attack. You know that Bisping is hurt. Why are you not attacking this guy? Doesn't attack. Bisping slowly recovers and manages to make it all the way through to the fifth round where he wins the
my end result is this, right? I saw it 48-47 Bisping, but you could have given the first round to Silva and I wouldn't have been mad. So it could have been 48-47 Silva, and I would have been fine with that too, because that round was kind of subjective in the first. You know, but overall, I felt like, you know, you watch the fight, I feel like Silva could have won that fight multiple times, even without the knee. You know, like,
Yeah.
he just didn't. He wasn't active at all. Like, I know Silva usually likes to fight defensively, throws less shots, but he threw extremely. He was almost outthrown 3-1 in the fight, and it's hard to win a fight like that.
Yeah.
You know, guys putting the pressure on you the whole time.
Outthrown, but not outlanded.
But he was still outlanded.
He was outlanded, but not
strikes to 75.
not by no crazy amount. And to me, the significant strikes goes to Silva.
But that's why
I don't care what stats they had. Like,
that's why the decision was 48-47, because it wasn't something drastic, but he did beat him.
I had first round. It was could have gone either way. I kind of edged a little more to Silva, but it could have gone either way. Second round definitely is Bisping. Third round definitely is Anderson Silva. Fourth round, I agree with you guys. He should have just came out and mollywopped him. I mean, even though he with the celebration and everything, he gave him extra minutes to recover. Bisping starting in the fourth round, he was still out on his feet. He was still out on his feet, and I have no idea why Silva didn't just pounce on him and just take him out. I have no idea why, but even that round, I give it to Silva, because when he started getting active again, he started lighting him the heck up. I'm talking about to the point that he was literally damn near out on his feet the whole fourth round, damn near.
No, in the fourth round, I don't think so. I think in the fifth round, Silva took
the ref even came. The ref stopped the fight for a second to bring the doctor in, because this dude was just leaking every time Silva was catching him. Bow bow, just catch him. Freaking Bisping is walking around pretty much out on his feet, freaking leaking everywhere. At fourth round, I give it to Silva, and fifth round, I also gave it to Silva. So to me, I didn't see how Bisping won. Everybody knows he's known for having the pitter patter shots. He just throws a lot. He just always throws a lot. But the majority of the time, they have nothing behind him. He dropped him that second round, and you can see that Silva wasn't out. He was completely there, to the point that he saw him coming, and he actually timed a freaking an up kick to catch him on the way down when Bisping was coming in for the ground and pound and stuff like that. So he never really hurt Silva at all. Silva hurt Bisping. Bisping was out on his feet in that fight for like 50% of the fight. And why the heck? And I agree with you, Lee. Silva had multiple times throughout the fight that I felt he could have just ended the fight. I don't know why he didn't. I'm not sure why he did not pull the trigger, but to me, he still won the fight. I don't see it in any way where
I saw it was.
Besides that, before I finish, and I don't see it any way how he won. And before I finish, also going back to that third round, I've seen him multiple times where somebody gets cracked, boom, and the ref doesn't think it's over, and everybody's going to the corner, and then the ref turns around and looks.
All right. Keep it going for 1 second, guys. I'll be right back.
It just waves it off. You know what I'm saying? He looked at him and he saw he was hurt, and still did not wave it off. So yeah. I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah. All right, well, I think it's more of I think it's more something that the first round I gave it to Bisping. Bisping took over the round by small margins. The second round, Bisping took care of business. The third round, they were going at it, and then Silva wins with that knee. After that, I can see how all the bloodiness and all the gushing can deter you from thinking that Bisping took that round, but that was all from the knee. So
but it wasn't.
They had to stop the fight to check his face and everything, and then Silva gives.
No, they stopped the fight because Silva was cracking him.
But
he didn't even get worked on by a cut man after the third round because of the way that all that went down. No cut man even touched him, and he just kept bleeding.
He was just bleeding.
I understand that. What I'm saying is, in the fourth round, when the ref stopped it to have the doctor come in, it wasn't because it was just spraying by itself and it was just leaking by itself. It was leaking bad and worse because Silva was cracking the shit out of him, cracking him that fourth round.
I don't know. I gave the fourth round to Bisping, man. I thought
Me
Bisping
too. I
won
gave the fourth round to Bisping. I think he did a great job when he got. He took a lot of advantage from the low blow, which was great. If I was him, I would have taken the whole 5 minutes, but he took advantage of it, and then he came back and outscored Silva again. I didn't see an ass whooping in that round. I mean, the fifth round, Silva picked it up.
I thought he whooped him in the fifth round, but not in the fourth round.
I didn't see an ass whipping in the fourth round, but I saw the most significant work from Silva. When he cracked him, he was cracking him to the point that he just kept tripping even worse, and that's why he stopped it. That's why he brought the doctor in, because the harder work done that round, which wasn't a lot. But the harder work done that round was Silva.
You know what it is too, man. You got to look at it like this. Also, right, in that round, in the fourth round, they got Silva throwing 27 punches, well, 27 strikes, total strikes, right, and Bisping throwing 80 strikes. So he looked super busy, and he still outlanded him in strikes.
In the fourth round, right?
Yeah, in the fourth round. Because, I mean, Silva spent so much time just circling and moving away, and it was a weird round. Like, I didn't understand it at all.
Yeah, but he threw 80-something. He threw 80-something shots. How many freaking landed?
28.
28. The 28 pitter-patter shots that landed were nothing. The ones that freaking Silva landed,
they weren't good shots.
Come on, man.
Good shots.
No, because he went in there and he shot at him.
Bisping is known in the MMA world for just being a pitter-patter guy. They can't put anybody away. His shots have always been that.
It might not put him away, but they
those
were
shots,
punches.
I mean,
they were shots.
It wasn't a knockout finish. He went to the scorecard.
A lot of output, but there's nothing really behind his shots ever. He's kind of like one of those strikers that just likes to throw, and there's nothing really behind him.
But that doesn't matter, because if he doesn't knock him out, he's still connecting those shots, and those are shots.
They still count in the scorecard.
Yeah, but Silva connected the better shots in that round.
He did, but not most, not more than Bisping. And blood doesn't win a round. It's just
I'm not just talking about blood. I'm just saying the blood was getting that bad in that round because Silva was cracking him hard.
My end result point to it is, when you let a guy throw 80 shots and you throw 27 in a round, when you may or may not be winning a fight, and he outlands you, even if they're pitter-patter shots, you're leaving that door wide open for a judge to make that call.
Yeah, especially
around. Never did that, because he should have came out at the start of that fourth round and just started going in on Bisping while he was hurt still.
But yeah, especially around like that, because we're not talking about that Bisping got kneed in the face at the beginning of the third round or at the middle of the third round. He got knocked on at the end. At the end, I mean, seconds away from the bell. So this guy walks over to his corner. You get back and start off the fourth round. Your main objective is to finish him off. And he didn't do that.
He circled him for a whole minute. Without even throwing a shot.
A whole minute. And then when he finally decides to do something, what happens? A low blow that
gave him more time.
Another good 2-3 minutes to rest.
I agree that he should have just pounced him right from as soon as that bell rung for the fourth. He should have just pounced him, because he was out on his feet. I don't know why. Silva had multiple times that he could have finished that fight, multiple. And I'm looking at him like, why are you not finishing? Why are you not pulling the trigger? I agree with that, but
and also if he's trying to get a dramatic win out of that, he almost did it in the third round.
Fifth
but
round?
he could have done it again in the fourth. He could have destroyed him on the fourth.
Yeah, I think Bisping was definitely still hurt, at the start of the fourth round. There was no question, but
even the fifth round, he was pretty much out on his feet, damn near the whole round.
And it's just like
why Silva didn't finish him off. He caught him with a crane kick, bow to the face. He's hurt again, and he still doesn't pounce on him. He just
that's what I mean. He left himself wide open to that decision, because it's however judges are going to interpret it.
But what do you think about what do you think about Silva now, as far as his future with the UFC?
Oh, I think he can still fight. He just he's going to have to finish guys when he has him hurt, though.
Good.
And most even all the analysts even said it. First and second round, he looked kind of shaky, because seriously, he took almost 2 years off after that horrific injury, fought Nick Diaz, and then was out for like another year and a half again.
Yeah.
You can see he had kind of like the cobwebs the first 2 rounds. Third, fourth, fifth round, that's it. The movement was back. His reflexes were kind of more sharp. To me, the next fight he's gonna be even better.
Yeah, I think so too.
Who do you suggest he should fight if you had the option of picking? Will you throw him in with a big name, or will you throw him in with
he's got to fight big names. I mean, he's too much of a legend to be fighting anybody that's not at the top.
Yeah, Kennedy or Tim Kennedy or even Souza or
Belfort or
Lyoto Machida. I don't know if they'll fight though. They're pretty close friends. I'm not sure about that. But anybody top 10.
Even Uriah Hall, I wouldn't mind seeing him fight Hall.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah,
that would be a good one. Damn, that would be a good one, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, there's a lot of options for him.
What's Uriah Hall right now? Like 8 or 9?
Yeah, I think he's like
10.
By UFC, I think he's like 8 or 9. We
got
him as 8 on Fight Rant right now.
That would be a good one. I hope it's not Mousasi. I don't want to see a Gegard Mousasi because Gegard, if he fights Silva, he's gonna fight scared, and is pretty much gonna be a very technical, going for takedowns, barely engaging. So I don't want to see that.
Yeah, no.
What about Bisping? What do you guys see Bisping?
I mean, look,
he has to get I'd say if not the next title shot.
Yeah, that's the nature of the beast. He was ranked 5th, or something like that. He's got to. I just think you win the fight, you go ahead, take your title shot. Belfort hasn't done anything lately, and Sousa lost. He should. Yeah, I mean, I think he should be fighting Rockhold. I mean, Rockhold's gonna fight Weidman again, I'm sure, first probably though.
Yeah, Weidman and Rockhold. I think that's gonna be the next one. But, it'd be because I don't think they're gonna hold that. They're gonna hold off that long. They're probably gonna put Bisping in with with Souza or somebody, because the other dude, the Cuban guy, forgot his freaking name. He got popped or something. So that's still going to like court and stuff, and they don't know what's gonna happen with that. But he's probably gonna be gone for a little while there.
Yeah.
So he's probably gonna have to fight like Souza or something like that. And if he wins again, he'll probably get the title match.
Yeah, middleweight's kind of interesting. It's kind of wide open right now to see how they play it out.
Yep.
I definitely didn't think it was a bad performance by Silva, and it didn't suggest that he can't fight anymore. He can definitely fight. He's just gonna have to adapt his game a little bit and get that killer instinct back in him, because he could have finished the fight and he just didn't. He didn't go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that did bother me. It looked like I'm not sure why he wasn't pulling the trigger.
But skill-wise, he was still there. I mean, he still had the great defense. He was real slick, and made Bisping miss a lot. So I mean, he still got the moves, and it'll be I definitely want to see him keep fighting.
Okay. I mean, I like to see him keep fighting too. I mean,
I wouldn't even mind seeing him fight Bisping again.
That would be a good match, actually. A rematch would be nice. Especially because of the circumstances. But I thought he would. He looked really good. I kept looking at his legs. Every kick he threw, I was afraid that something was gonna snap again. But they looked pretty good. He looked really good, actually, and he has some good movement. He's still pretty quick.
Threw a few hard kicks with no problem. So
yeah, he did. He threw a few hard kicks.
You know what's funny?
I saw Bisping throw. You saw Bisping shoot for the shin. He did it a few times.
You know, it's funny that you brought that up about the kick. I think it was even in Silva's head, because he threw the kick. He threw one hard kick, and you saw him like land it, pow, and I guess it didn't hurt him, and I guess he felt good. And you saw kind of like a little pep in his step, kind of like, oh, okay, I can throw that kick. You saw a little pep in Silva's steps, so it looks like even he was thinking about that too, about his leg. Because he usually throws a lot more a lot more kicks and stuff like that. and he's
I
been like
noticed early
holding
on in
back.
the fight too. Bisping was throwing those straight, front
Shin
kicks at his
yeah.
lower leg.
Yeah,
Early on.
shooting for the shin. Yeah,
Yep.
and I think that's one of those things where traumatizing, and it can mess with your head too. So I can see a lot of opponents fighting Silva are gonna try doing that, just not to purposely break his shin, but to
Scare him.
just to scare him. Yeah,
The fear in him, yeah.
yeah, could be the best fake that they can get out of him.
Yo, and Bisping, I just double checked right now. I checked the UFC stats. They completely took Yoel Romero, Soldier of God Romero.
Yeah, Romero.
I kept freaking mixing them up. They took him completely out, so it looks like might be something else. So it'll most likely be Bisping versus Souza, and then if he wins again, he's gonna get the title shot.
Yeah.
That's almost a guarantee there.
Okay. All right. We'll see what happens.
I don't see him winning, but
Hey.
and he's ranked. They still haven't ranked.
He's got one last shot right now. He's got that one last couple fights he needs, and he's either gonna do it or he's not. That's how
don't
it's
get
gonna
me
break
wrong.
down.
I'm not hating on Bisping. Bisping has always been a top 10 talent.
See,
always.
Yeah, but
He's always been
the difference we have here is that, like, I'm not upset by the decision the way it went, and I wouldn't have been upset if it was one point the other way either. But you're just like upset, period, that it went the way it went.
Yeah, because I saw, to me, first round could have gone either way. It just really wasn't impressive. I gave it slightly more to Silva because Bisping really didn't do anything either in that round. At least Silva was actually trying to go for something significant. They're trying to end it. But second round, it went to Bisping. The thing with me is that 3, 4, and 5, to me, were Silva. Yeah. So I just can't see him winning at all.
And I mostly agree with you. I gave Silva 3 and 5, but I just didn't give him 4. I didn't think he won 4. I thought what he did in 4 was crazy. Like to just lay back like that, and he let Bisping come on. And Bisping just kept throwing and throwing and throwing. I mean, he let the guy throw 80 shots when he's stunned like that.
Yeah, round 4 was the main element. That's the one that did it.
He was too passive in round 4.
He
just didn't really go for anything.
He did not come.
And then what gets me,
and it hurt him.
What gets me also is, to me, at the same time, is that to me, this is not going to change my opinion on this. I've seen it happen way too many times. Third round, to me, should have been over. Even when Herb Dean was saying, hey, I didn't stop the fight. Herb Dean should have, when he turned around and saw Bisping still on the floor, I'm surprised he didn't just go, hey, you okay? I'm surprised he didn't just do that, just wave it off.
I mean, it's hard. I mean, you had these people. I mean, they're already opening the doors for the for the guys to come in and do the cleanups and start coaching their fighters. And then on the other hand, you have Silva celebrating. I'm not gonna blame.
It was a little bizarre scenario
right there. He did the best he could in that situation. I don't think he should get anything on it, but I think he did the best he could. And
Herb Dean told him to get up multiple times, and he saw he couldn't get up. It took him a while to get up. The reason I have a problem with it is because I've seen Herb Dean. I've seen these same situations happen multiple times, and a couple of times it's been Herb Dean, and he's like, "Hey, fight's not over. Come on, get up. Come on, get up." Come. And then he waves it off like, "Oh, this guy is hurt." You know what I'm saying? He should have done that right there. He told him like 3 times.
I just don't think.
I think that part of that problem came from Silva.
I don't think he should be celebrating anything that happens after the bell, though. Like, he dropped and he put his arm up. Silva went this way, so I'm Herb Dean. See this guy drop. I see Silva running this way. All of a sudden, the bell's ringing. These guys are opening up. This is the situation that Herb Dean's got right here.
You know what? I'll give you guys that. I'll give you guys that. If Silva wouldn't have celebrated that way, and it would have just continued like that,
Dean would have had no choice but to only be focused on Bisping.
Everybody to the corner. Immediately after that happened, and Herb Dean would have seen him like, "Hey, go to your corner. Hey, go."
And I tell you what, even if Silva wouldn't have reached Bisping, he still would have been focused on what's going on. And when the bell rang, he would have jumped in, hey, and then Silva starts walking over, he sees this guy still on the floor. Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
But because of
I'll give you that.
Yeah, all the noise.
So, Silva celebrating and then all the commotion that it caused, I guess, deterred Herb Dean from like actually looking at him. And even though he walked over to him and asked multiple times, "Hey, get up!" The fight's still going on, and he saw he couldn't get up. But I guess too much shit was going on. But
you see how you say that could have gone any way, because it could have gone the way you're saying, where it's like Herb Dean was telling him to get up and he didn't want to get up, or it could have been that Herb Dean was telling him to get up, but he's looking at Silva celebrating. What the hell am I gonna get up for? I already lost this fight. You know, so
but if you're trying to show that you're not hurt, first thing you do is get up.
No, I know, but if you think the fight's actually over, you know, think about it this way: the guy built this fight up as like his career fight.
If you think the fight's over and you're the guy that's supposedly not hurt, first thing you're gonna do is jump up. Yo, what the hell are you doing? Why is it over? I'm not out.
No.
He couldn't get up.
That could happen, but what I'm taking it from an angle of is he probably was looking at it as possibly, you know, I was putting on the best fight I ever did in a pressure situation, because like you said, the guy always loses when he needs to win, and he was fighting a really good fight. You know, could have easily seen him feeling like he took the first 2 rounds, and then this happens, and he sees Silva jumping up on the octagon. And just like sitting there emotionally like messed up, not getting up because he's like, damn, you know. Maybe
I
thought like he was just so distraught about it or something, you know.
That's a real nice story there. I don't think that's what happened though.
It's possible.
Those are all just assumptions, but it's also like you say, some people get knocked out and they get back up and they win the fight. But in this situation, that could have been the same situation. That could have been the same thing. It was actually it was the same thing, because he got knocked down. The bell rang. He came back and he won the fight. Just like what happened. Who was it? Was it King Mo?
But look, just to be clear, man,
King Mo, wasn't it? Got knocked out. He got back up. Won the fight.
You're thinking about Congo versus
Congo.
Pat Berry.
Sorry, Congo.
Yeah.
Those are things that what I remember is, and you explained it before too. Like, you don't want people to just jump in and say, "Oh, it's over." It should be, show me that it's over. The guy should be attacking. I have to jump in there, stop it, because he can't anymore. But because of what Silva did, sorry, it was his fault.
So Silva made a lot of mistakes in there, man. Like the early celebration and.
I think because of what happened there, I think Silva's nerves were a lot higher than what most people thought. I think so.
I do feel there were multiple times in that fight that he could have put Bisping away, and he did. And now that I'm thinking about it, though, now that we were talking about the end of the round 3, I was actually surprised that Herb Dean didn't stop the fight even the beginning of round 4 when. Just looking at Bisping freaking...
He did wobble out of the corner, which was kind of why I was like, you know what? That's exactly where, if the ref's not going to stop it, Silva's got to stop it, you know? And he had the perfect opportunity right there.
Yeah, if Silva would have given him a really good kick to the head or a nice good punch to the head where it would wobble him, Dean would have stopped it.
He could have... I don't know why Silva didn't do that, but Silva could have just dashed and just bombarded him right from the get-go and just thrown punches. Boom, boom, boom. And he was so out of it, I think he would have just he would have collapsed.
Yeah, well, the only one singing Frank Sinatra that night was Bisping. He went out singing "Luck Be a Lady Tonight," and it was a lady, and took care of him that night. So that's the way the cookie crumbles. And I mean,
what happened. Nobody could change it, but to me, he won that fight. Even Dana White was there. I had Silva winning. Like a lot of people had Silva winning. What happened. I mean, I see him coming back now, and the next fight, what we saw in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th round, a better, more in tune Silva. I think that's what we're gonna see in this next fight. I think he's gonna be crisper. He's not gonna have that ring rust, and he devastating finish within the 1st, 2nd round. I think.
I'd love to see it. You know,
I would like to see that. And in the undercard, I would like to see Dana White versus that DJ that wouldn't turn off the music.
You remember? Yeah.
That would be great. I would like to set that up.
What did he say? He was like, "God damn, this
Like,
DJ.
Seriously, I can't hear you.
Someone turn this off."
DJ to kill it.
It was funny.
That was very funny. All right, but that's all we got. That was it was a good weekend. Apart from Franklin's obsession and his drinking problem after the Silva fight, everything.
Listen. Fight Rant fans, if you guys go to fightrant.com, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to the channel here, leave your feedback on what you guys thought actually happened, what you guys who you guys think actually won.
Everybody
won the
knows
fight.
Bisping won 48-47, man. Everybody except
No. I don't want to hear that. Yes. What do you guys think in regards to the scoring? Who do you guys think actually won? And do you guys actually think that after that third round, if Herb Dean should have just called the fight off because the dude was damn near completely out? Leave your comments, leave your feedback. Let us know.
Yeah. And all in all, UFC the UFC card altogether, I think it was okay that night. Could be better.
It was decent.
it was a decent card.
It was nothing.
Not terrible, not the greatest, but
Yeah. Showtime could be way better. HBO boxing was very good.
Thank you, Terrance Crawford.
Yep, thank you, Terrance Crawford, and I appreciate HBO putting in CJ Gibson as a ring girl. That was one of the great highlights. I had to stress that in there on Instagram. If you guys check out the picture there on Fight Rant on Instagram. But yeah, just leave your comments. Let us know what do you guys think about the fights. Do you think Silva would have won this or did win this, or do you think that it was Bisping who took over the win because of Silva's lack of enthusiasm in winning the match? What do you guys think about Leo Santa Cruz and everybody else? Let us know. Leave your comments in the sections down below. If you like the podcast, hit the like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time on Fight Rant.
All right, guys, take it easy.